Hello, everyone, and welcome back to League Zero's Advanced Division. We got a match tonight between the Hangzhou Bark and the Hanamura Hotshots. I'm Tree60 No Scope, and I'm here with me with Hugh. So, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'll be the color caster for tonight and also be recording.
Nice. You like rainbow colored or like? All right, so we got Ilios coming up because, you know, we always have to start with a Koth map. And tell me a little bit about these teams because I've heard that the Hanamura Hotshots have been in a bit of a rebuild.
Yeah, the Hotshots went winless for the first, I think, 4 weeks. Or Game 5, rather. They finally got their first win after adding a few new additions to their roster, like Northern on off-tank, Pascal on support. I've seen him on main and flex support, probably more on flex support. In the meantime, Hangzhou has looked better, to say the least. They recently, as in like this morning, last night, somewhere along those lines, traded away Term and Vermilion. Granted, I don't think they needed 4 flex supports, so Vermilion made sense. Term not so much because that's basically all their DPS. Now, they did technically get Moby for that trade from Goats Only, but he's not eligible to play right now. So he's stuck watching on the sidelines. So yeah. They do not have more than one official DPS right now, which is kind of sketchy. So Andrew is supposedly playing DPS, unless Stanley or Genie, or Wayback rather, not Stanley, but same person. But we all know him as Stanley. So unless he decides to pop in on the Doomfist or something, Chuggy's really the only official DPS here.
All right, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting, right? Because wait. All right, yeah, no, Andrew and Chuggy. They're going to be the DPS lineup. Wayback is
knowing
not
Chuggy, I would not put it past him to run out on the Torb first. He's not the most mechanically gifted DPS in Advanced, but he is rather smart and he likes to meme a little bit, and he gets away with it a lot more because he plays rather smart. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, so coming out with these compositions, we got mirrored Orisas, but the difference is going to be the off tanks. That's where it's going to lie, and the other portion of it is that there aren't many great counters right now to Pharah because McCree can do it. We'll have to see. So we get started. Everyone's playing here around the well, and the Hangzhou, or excuse me, the Hanamura Hotshot's taking position up towards his top right. Oh! What was that? Tiny Mouth. What?
You know, this man was so incredibly overlooked last season.
Oh no.
And once he finally gets to play and start on a team, because he was sharing a lot of playtime last season with Newt. A rather unfortunate circumstance with that team. They kind of fell apart, but he's really been a huge carry at times for Hanamura.
He almost gets it again. Agreed, getting melted, but he's gonna be okay. Hiding behind the corner. You're saying that Tiny Mo hasn't gotten a lot of playtime. Well, the Hangzhou Bark haven't even gotten into this game. They've been booped off the map, and it's 22%. So now they're just controlling this corner. Andrew is nano boosted. He's coming around, but he doesn't have much support other than just his own shots.
Got slipped. Oh, never mind.
Oh. Yeah, he's going to be okay, but now he's focused. Northern coming around the back. YOLO God is there for some peel, but there's not a lot of point presence for the Hangzhou Hotshots, and they give up the point. Trades Tiny Mao, trading himself out. Andrew using his Deadeye in return, but look at that. That's what Mercy does. It gives you another resurrection, and now he's back in his fight. So it is advantageous for the Hotshots, but they've got to force the rest of the Bark off of the point right now because they've got to get through the shields, and you just keep pumping the shield damage out, touch the point every now and then, and they can keep building up the control percentage.
Bisho is coming up on his bongo significantly faster than the greed right now. He's going to have it in just a few seconds, as well as a few more ultimates on the side of Hanamura that they're going to be able to use coming up soon. I'll have to see how they decide.
I guess that's how you break the barriers right now, because there it is. There's the bongo hiding behind the corner. Dragon Strike from Chug, and it's doing decent amounts of damage. Finds Astra, and that's a big pick because you can't really go in. You can't res a Mercy.
And it's worth noting here that
Barrage catches 4. Oh, Tiny Mo with the plays in the corner. That should open things up. The only one left on the point is Agreed, and he's just going to sacrifice his life for a couple control percentages. But out of nowhere, Tiny Mo pressing Q.
I didn't even notice him flank. I was wondering when he would go and try that out without the Mercy, mind you. But it is worth noting there that Hangzhou did manage to take the point briefly there and actually managed to get about 60%, so they are in the game. They aren't getting completely blown out there. I didn't even notice when they flipped over the point.
Yeah, they've had it for a while, and it's been a good job by the Hangzhou Bart just to keep control percentage. They don't have many great ways to deal with this bunker right now. Normally, they did it with the Dragon Strike, but they don't have it, so let's see how they move around. Agreed. Oh, in trouble, but he'll be okay. So, now it's just the point dance, and Andrew finding Joshua is a big pick. It's gonna get rezzed, and Andrew denies it. Alright, did he pick Tiny Mao? How does he keep getting away with this? You cannot do that! And he's doing it alone. There's no mercy. It's by himself. And now with the rest of the flank, oh, the Hotshots are closing in. Yes, the point has been taken over, but they should be taking it back in short order. Glacial getting himself a pair of kills as the point takes away 80%. Just a phenomenal play here by the Hotshots DPS.
Oh, YOLO God actually swaps off of the Sigma there and loses about half of his ult charge. So he will not have that Gravitic Flux. I believe he used it once before he might have whiffed it, or maybe he was just holding on to it. So they will have a significant disadvantage in terms of Diva Bomb, as well as the fact that Andrew is doing rather good on McCree here. I wasn't expecting him to. I'm not sure why. He's known for his Ana and his Zen, so I mean, hey,
the problem is
in his blood.
This is the last fight right now. Here's the bomb. Can he find anyone? Northern gets two! Andrew and Agreed. They're down and dead. This is a crippled push. Absolutely nothing right now that the Hangzhou Bart can do. Great job by the entire team, because you just see just multiple kills coming out from all the Hotshot members.
Wow, that was, you know, coming into this match, just because of the trade fiasco from last night, I was kind of expecting Hangzhou to roll over and die. They definitely didn't, but the definitive advantage is in Hanamura's court right now. They're just too coordinated, and, I mean, Hangzhou, they've looked decent. Maybe they'll look a little bit better now that Agree doesn't have to play the Orisa. Joshua is known for being an Orisa one-trick in some regards, but obviously he's very comfortable on it, as it seems like he's going to stick on it here.
Well, the one interesting change-up to me is YOLO God finally getting onto Diva. Yeah, he did so at the last stages of the last point, but you've got to deal with Tiny Mao because he's instilled the fear of God in your team.
Actually, interestingly, we have Glacial here on the McCree, and he's normally known as like the Mei player, and Mei is available right now, but I guess they want that McCree just in case the opposing Pharah comes up. Doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh, Andrew, he's slept, naded, and shot down. So that's a member lost. Joshua getting aggressive now. He thinks he can deal with this Rhine because he has more pressure. Tiny Mel holding up the DPS. As Genie goes down, members are just being lost again and again. And I think this should be a capped point eventually for the Hotshots.
Yep, pretty early on. Genie got picked off there way back soon after. Actually swaps over to the Mercy. Looks like Chuggy might be going over to a Pharah of his own, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
he's going for it. Yep.
He will have a massive disadvantage in terms of the barrage percentage, as well as the fact that I don't recall seeing him play Pharah too often. He's usually known for that Mei, for that Genji, but I guess it is a projectile, and he is known for projectile, so have to see.
So, look at this. Tiny Mao and Glacier. Oh, it's so close, but he's going to get out of there. Again, the point is being contested, but finally, it's really all about Northern. He's trying to pull them away, but he is alone. This is a decent push by the Bark, as they're just coming outside, but Deadeye catches too! Oh, Glacial, how can you find so many Deadeyes?
That was a beautiful combo there with Joshua. He pulled out the halt.
Off the map.
Poor Agreed. You know, he 2 weeks ago on the countdown, he was extremely confident going into this match, matching up against Joshua, you know, who is the better main tank. Joshua obviously having the higher peak, but Agreed being known in this community for so much longer, having a lot more synergy with his partner, and YOLO God. They've been playing together for like 3 seasons, almost 2 years at this point. But it's just not mattering right now. Okay.
Oh, Tiny Mao winning the 1v1 duel. Again, it's going to get res back up, but I love this from Joshua because he knows the limits of his hero. He's going to take the high ground, and he's going to make sure that the Hangzhou Bark have to keep low ground. Glacial finding picks once again. Man,
Oh,
it's
no.
just so hard to even move on to the point. What are they going to do? They're getting halted off, they're getting shot, and Barrage is ready for Tiny Mouse, so it's only a matter of time before he finds his flanking angle. And he's going to use it now. He's going to get DM'd, and he has no damage from it, so he will get destroyed. There's going to be YOLO Gun having to bomb because he needed to waste it. He had to get his mech back. Point has been flipped over by the Hangzhou Bark, and now the Hotshots holding steady. They cannot contest this Reinhardt. If they go too aggressively, they might be in trouble. Glacial has Deadeye. Catches Genie! How does he get another Deadeye? I don't know. I'm still asking this question. But Chug, he's going to be taken down. Glacial's been killed, but he's resurrected. So this is numbers advantage so heavily in the Hotshots' favor. They're moving on to the point now, and the kill feed is just all red. Who can fight this? Who can survive? Absolutely no one. Bomb from Northerner finds no one, but way back taken down should mean that this map is over 95% going on 100. And Agreed can't get there. That's going to be a 2-0 pretty quickly for the Hangzhou Hotshots.
Hanamura Hotshots, yep, but they're both H teams. It's expected. That was yeah, no surprises here. It almost has to be that triple environmental. I feel like the game favors environmentals. Yep, sure enough.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, that's so sick. That is like disgusting.
Didn't even look at the explosion.
Man, he needs to go wash his hands, not just for the coronavirus, but because that was just so dirty.
Yeah, that was a dominant display. Actually, interesting there to see Hanamura switch up their DPS from hit scan to projectile, but I mean it worked. You know, they weren't really contested. Like Andrew had his moments, Chuggy had his moments, but Tiny Mao and Glacial just put the appropriate amount of pressure against them to actually close it out.
I mean, that's really where I think the heart of the Hanamura Hotshots lies, is because you've got just skilled DPS that are putting out consistent damage. Glacial finds Deadeyes and just random picks out of nowhere. Tiny Mao dominating on Pharah. They're given enough space because Joshua knows how to play this Orisa. The team is crafted around that style of play, so the DPS have so much freedom to do what they want to do.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested to see coming up into the next couple maps if they'll opt to play Joshua on the Reinhardt, because he has been playing a lot better on Rein as the season has progressed. I believe recently he's hit his peak, playing about equal amounts of Reinhardt and Orisa. So he definitely has the skill there, although Agreed is quite obviously more comfortable on the Reinhardt.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
we do have...
so I mean, tell me a little bit about that, though, because we're on Volskaya, right? It's typically a map where Orisa can shine and has shined even when meta she's not great, because you have good places to set up bunker defenses. We've seen Bastion cheese comps in every league, but, you know, we'll see how it works here. And I think just given the high ground advantage, I think he might not even want to touch it.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, if it works, and I kind of hate to say it, but some certain members of Hangzhou are known to get mentally boomed and tilt, you know. So I'm not going to name any names, but pretty much everyone knows who they are. So it might be a downward spiral from here. We'll have to wait and see if they can claw it back together. They are going to be in for quite the matchup here. I can't say that anyone on Hangzhou is necessarily better than their lineup here. Like, maybe if Andrew was on the flex support, I could say, oh yeah, he's definitely better than Pascal, but he's not. So the matchups just are gonna be rough for Hangzhou. Like, they can pull it out. They made it close a couple of rounds there, but they just didn't have the composure to really pull through when it was entirely necessary to, like, close the round.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Hangzhou Bark need to make a few changes. Maybe like you need to change the overlay, wink, wink. But
oh, I've been doing that.
Oh, you did? All right. I just got
I've been
I got the
keeping an
voice
eye
in
on
the
it.
sky. I got the voice in the sky telling me, you know, hey, you need to change some stuff. So either way,
The voice in the sky says hello.
Oh, okay.
I have chat
All
hidden,
right.
so but I am keeping an eye on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you don't need to be streaming right now. I am using the in-game Overwatch client. It works
All
wonderfully.
right. That works.
So, yeah. All right. Well, it's time to assemble your heroes. It's like Legos. Put them together. See what wonderful compositions you can build, and let's see what they start out with. Because, okay, I see this a lot. It explains to me. I'm not a huge fan of the double projectile, but if you're going to make it work, you've got a Mei and a Hanzo who have long range capabilities.
What is going on? Something's screw with the lobby, but as long as they don't run out with... Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to... we'll have to fix up the settings there.
Oh god, what is this? We're gonna get like... Oh no, we're gonna get 2 Widows and like...
Go back to
3 Mercies? No, 4 Mercies.
Go back to the pre-comp days of Overwatch where you had 2 Winstons, 2 Tracers, 2 Lucios.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm telling you. You just need like 1 Widow and everyone's boosting the Widow. And so then she just like one-shots a Rhine Shield and then you like click Anna's toe and she dies.
While we are waiting for the technical difficulties to be resolved. Looks like they are right now, so we'll hop back into it. It did look like Hangzhou was planning on running out with a Widowmaker there. Not too shocking, that is somewhat known strategy. More so in like the dive days, but it's still viable here, especially if you can hit your shots. I don't know what their plan is here, what their rotations are, because that's going to be huge, especially with Tiny Mount being a pretty terrifying Widow. I'd assume, yeah, they're probably...
Well, he's been playing Hanzo, yeah, and there it is. There's the Hanzo pick, and he's rolling it out with Mei. So tell me a little bit about this double projectile composition, because again, as I said earlier, you have long range with Hanzo and Mei, but I don't feel too comfortable, especially on Volskaya, running without a projectile, or excuse me, without a hit scan.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of see it on second point, but first point it's going to be a little bit tricky because there is enough sightlines for a Pharah to actually get her way, as well as with a Widow to get her way. So, like, Tiny Mo is going to have to really hit his shots because, aside from, like, Astra, there's not really an actual hit scan. I have seen Glacial Dome Pharahs in the sky with Mei before, but, I mean, it's going to be a little bit rough, you know, we're going to have to see how they decide to rotate around, I guess. That's going to be the easiest way for them to deal with this.
Yeah, so you look, there's an interesting setup right now from the Hotshots because they've decided to just go for a crossfire. Tiny Mao and Northern on the high ground, separate from the rest of the team, and they're just looking from high ground. Andrew! Oh no! Zen, he went out like Mandata. He's on the ground, on point, and agreed of pushing in. He's going to get frozen and taken down. So that's 1-for-1 right now. We'll have to see if
arguably agreed falling is more crucial though in this fight. We'll have to see who falls next, I guess.
Yeah, but you got to keep an eye on Andrew because he can just click heads at any time, and because these barriers are static, it's gonna be super hard to push onto point. Or excuse me for the hot shots.
You have some pressure coming into Tiny Mo on the back line there, but he is getting healed up, so that's really just ult charge for Astra right now.
Yeah, and I love this because you see right here, the Bark aren't giving up any space. All they want to do is make sure that it's going to be hard for Zen to get back to his team. And look at that, Agreed's back on ball. So they're going to just be pressuring out this point as much as humanly possible. Make sure Genie's healed back up. There he is. So, oh, Andrew taken down from the long way around. Tiny Mao with a quick headshot, and now this might be go time. There's a nano boost onto Farah, and YOLO got so with 2. Andrew get res. Oh, no, yeah, no, this point is under the complete control of the Hotshots.
They might give up a tick here.
Maybe. They might. They're giving up some space. Jishua still holding strong. Genie has been taken down and way back popping Valkyrie just to keep up the healing.
Northern families.
Oh, Northern with a great catch. And he's going to get traded out himself, but Chug is in the skies. No one can touch him. No one can deal any damage to him. So that's the point taken over. We've got effectively 2 minutes on the clock, so we're going to go to 5 minutes. And now, 5 minutes to take point B. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with this lineup that they're running, especially with the Pharah. Oh, you could probably swap out the Pharah after you use the Barrage, but it's viable for the time being. It's going to be a little bit awkward, especially with Tiny Mount now on the Reaper, the McCree.
Yeah, Agreed, coming in very aggressively with ball, but here he is. He's doing the bowling ball effect. Oh, bomb comes in, only takes down the immortality field, but it's lots of pressure onto the point right now. Tiny Mao taken down. Currently, it's a 5v5. Mine's making sure there's no real retreating angles for the Bark. The Bark just have to fight through it. Chug got denied. Nothing he could do there. As Pascal finds a 2K. Yeah,
I
real
was
rough.
waiting for it, but I wasn't expecting it to blow up in his face, literally, and Andrew gets taken out. You have a swap here from, actually multiple swaps here. Way back, going back onto the Brig seems to be somewhat of a comfort pick here. Somewhat coming into the meta, depending on what the hero bans are for any given week, especially with Lucio gone right now. Chuggy and Andrew swapping over to the Tracer Hangzhou duo. Interesting decision. Could work, but Tiny Moo and Glacial also have a lot in their kits to deal with that.
But they're staying with the greed, and agreed. Plus the nade combo means that 3 members of the Bark are purple. It's going to be down now, but it's just a contest of the point. Jishua and Northern holding strong. Blizzard committed to this fight, only catches YOLO God, but it doesn't matter because the kills come from elsewhere. So now the point should still be pretty stable, and it's going to be a reset. We're sitting at 3 minutes left in the fight, and yeah, Pascal goes down, but can you capitalize on it? I don't think so quite yet, but they're still fighting. The Hanamura Hotshots are, and they're going back in with the greed. He's hoping for a bowling ball kill, something. There's one way back going down. Glacial traded out 2, and again, it's just these 1-for-1 trades. I want to see an advantage here. There could potentially be a tick given up. It's so close, but again, Reese is standing strong on the point, not going to give away anything, and they've just wasted more time. 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
For a brief moment there, it looked like the Bark could have come back and actually gotten a full fight a lot faster than they otherwise would have with a full reset, but instead the members that were alive, like the 3 or so of them, decided to just push on in ever so more aggressively and just kind of fed at that point. It made it more of a stagger, and they just wasted like, what, a minute and a half for that one elongated fight? Like, you're going to come up on ultimates, sure, but Hanamura already has ultimates online, so you got to wonder how much that was worth it.
Yeah, and they had to swap again. Andrew going from a Tracer to a McCree now, and his ult is reset. Oh no, Agreed got caught out. He got a greedy.
Yep.
And it happens, but it's okay. They're going to have to reset. Look at what they have in the Ultimate Bank. I mean, to be fair, the only thing that was used there by the Hangzhou Bark was bongos. And you got an Ultimate out.
Hanamura.
Oh,
yeah, it seems to swap. But, actually, I even called this to Agreed's face during the last countdown for Advanced, where I've seen what a good Mei can do to him, and Glacial is known as, like, a Mei one-trick. So, you know he knows, like, all the tech, he knows how to punish an aggressive Rhine, and there is no more aggressive Rhine than Agreed in certain ways.
yeah, I mean, he is definitely being far pushed up. Oh, here's the Dragon Strike with... Down goes the Immortality Field as Andrew looks for his sightlines. Trans is popped over a bomb. What can it find? It gets Jishua. That's a huge pick. Tiny Mao gets one in return. So it's still a 1-for-1. Agreed, taken down. Tiny Mao clutching it out right now. And again, what point presence is there? It's all squishy members that's left. I mean, you've got the DPS, but the purple's huge! Way back with a 3K! He's nano boosted! He's looking for blood with a giant hammer! There's no healing now on the point! There's no one coming back. All that you have to do is hope that Mei can stall out. And of course, Mei's very good at that. There's not even a tick quite yet. And here's the reinforcements. You've got a McCree. You've got both supports. They're coming in. Glacial's down. Immortality Field at the door, but it's going to be shut down immediately. Different angles coming in. Pascal's sneaking in by the side bomb. Should it find anyone? No. Dragon Strike. Not going to hit anyone. Jishua coming back on Reinhardt, and he's sent back to spawn. Oh, real rough fight. Northerner just trying to delay merely seconds. Glacial's in the corner. He needs a safe space, but all he can do is hide in an icicle. It's just a matter of time before he's taken out, both in the icicle and in the head. Oh, round 1 completed. 3 seconds. That's huge.
Crucial. That was dangerously close for Bark, especially going to that with 5 minutes and leaving with 3 seconds. Like, that's rough. Like, especially if Hanamura take this fast with more than a minute left, that's gonna be rough, because then they're gonna have over double the time that Hangzhou does. this could be really good for Hangzhou because they completed with time, but it could also be really bad because they wasted 5 minutes and ended with a sliver of time. It's really going to depend on Hanamura's attack right now. Obviously, with Hangzhou's defense, it's going to matter on them as well, but I mean, it's so hard to defend first point here.
It is. Now, I have to give credit there, though. That was really all Genie. The anti-nade was massive because there was no healing. He hit both supports and a DPS and basically said, guess what? I get to start, way back gets to start swinging with a relatively long-ranged, I guess, mace? Yeah, we'll call it that, a flail, right? So he's flailing the entire team and gets silly kills for free. So props for Genie for finding the great angle for an anti-nade and setting that play up.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have almost mirrored comps. I'm interested to see why Greed is on the Wrecking Ball here, especially on defense. It's going to be a little bit awkward without a shield, especially with Glacial and Tiny Moo. Jishua is basically going to have free reign to do almost whatever he wants, aside from whatever displacement Agreed can give. Andrew is on the Widow still. Chuggy on the Tracer.
All right, well, we'll have to see. Interesting rotations now by the Hotshots. They want to take high ground, and it looks like, yeah, no, the Barker giving it to him. Jishua now has a full sightlines. Oh, taking out the main healer.
That's basically all you wanted.
Yeah, agreed, though, with the boop up, there's no kills off of it, but Tiny Mao, where is he finding these kills from? It's like from Narnia that he just managed to get a random kill shot with one.
No heals on the side of Bark
Agreed.
right now.
Oh, agreed! He finds both supports! That's huge! He's gonna get... yeah, no, I have no idea where that came from either. He, like, booped everyone out, but... oh, no, not gonna matter.
Unless Andrew can get a 4K here.
Yeah, Widow 4K.
With two health. Never mind.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen. But again, valiant effort. The problem was is there just weren't enough members left on the team to capitalize on Agreed skills.
They had almost a minute more than what Bark had on their attack. Like, this is doomsday for Bark right now. If Hanamura finished with anything above like a minute and a half, that's really bad tidings for them, as they're going to have significantly less time and almost half the fights that Hotshots are looking to have if they continue this. And looking at their ults, they have the snowball potential right now.
They've got the ults. They've got the person advantage as Agreed goes down. I mean, you're looking at bongos followed up by a graviton surge, or excuse me, not a gravitic flux, plus a blizzard.
They have to give up 2 ticks,
and then they have to give it 2 ticks to even just play this game. Blizzard makes sure that you can't come from one angle, and the flux makes sure that you can't come from the other. They're just gonna take it with 5 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock. What?
That was really good area control by Hanamura. They just completely denied Hangzhou any opportunity to actually get onto point there. And they just kind of had to sit there wondering, like, what do we do? Like, they have too many ultimates. They're just throwing everything they have at us, and we are to give up 2 free ticks. And sure enough, they gave up the 3rd free tick, too. I mean, Genie was looking to touch there, but he got fluxed, and, I mean, he was dead by the moment he got up in the sky. God, this... oh. If Hangzhou come back, this is going to be the biggest comeback I've seen in a while on this map, but that's not looking too good.
Yeah. No, Hama DMing me in chat. I gotta respond to this. I've casted so much Overwatch that I am done with extra rounds, man.
Interesting potential comp coming out from Hangzhou here, although they are an attack, it is worth noting, so they can just be trolling us and they can swap at the last moment. But if they do decide to come up with this Reinhardt Orisa, that'd be interesting. I don't think I've seen YOLO God play Orisa all that much. Genie on the BAP as well. I guess they're seeing how well it's working for Astra and saying like, oh, maybe that'll work, or maybe they're just thinking they need more survivability because Tiny Mao is just doming them at every single turn.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that, like, it's just such good coordination that we're seeing from all of Hotshots. They really know how to play their compositions, their heroes so well.
Oh,
and it's working out.
So low already.
Ooh. Greed barely even getting through the choke point. Oh, way back, not even making it there. Oh, man.
Pascal is just getting picks left and right on this end, and it's sort of a weird pick. You normally wouldn't expect to see this end. You know, you'd normally expect the Ana, for example, but he's making it work. Like, he might be getting bullied occasionally by Greed when he swaps over to the Wrecking Ball, but, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's just
I like
so
this,
many
though,
picks.
from Chug. If he can find an angle, he's got a clear shot, and they're coming from slightly different enough angles that maybe Chug can do something. Look at the health bars. Greed taken down. Oh man, this is just brutal. I don't want to watch this.
They couldn't even touch. They couldn't even get on the point. Oh no.
Oh no.
They have 6 minutes to cap 1 tick on first point. What do you think the odds are that Hanamura chokes this out? Because my guess is like it's pretty low.
I mean, I
it's possible.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's possible. All right, so who has the newest edition of the 2020 Overwatch hack client? And whoever does needs to give it to, I believe Andrew's been the one playing Widow. Yeah, give it to Andrew. Let him just like spin around in circles like this is CS hacks, and then just like
just give him the magic bullet hack if that's not discovered already.
Exactly.
Because, oh god, they are gonna need it.
Yeah, like it's so tough because, and again, nothing on anyone on the bark, but for 6 minutes, eventually you're just the Hotshots can just say, all right, well, the things haven't been working for the last 4 minutes. Let's just build up all of our ults and press Q at the same time.
The part is, they could do that 3 times over if they wanted. Like, well, the first time didn't work. Let's try it again. 6 ults. Eventually, when you throw 18 ultimates at someone, it's gonna work. But probably an automatic pause. So probably a DC. That'd be tragic if it was on Bark.
That would be very tragic.
Andrew has had internet issues in the past. I don't have chat up, and I don't want to open chat for the recording's sake, so I don't know if and who is having trouble right now, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Whoever it is has 5 minutes.
All the players are still here.
Yeah. Did anyone call for a pause, or? No.
Both teams are just spamming question marks in the chat.
So probably someone's internet. Okay, so if everyone's ready, then we're just going to hop right into it. That only wasted about 20 seconds. So.
Yeah, that's not terrible, but there we go. I have not had pause time, and I have not had extra rounds in my games here. So you know what?
The way this is shaping up, it might be a quick 3-0. Hopefully not. I like.
We'll see.
I like to see at least 3-1s. Stomps are never fun.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see a 3-1, but still a good pull. No capitalization off of that. Once again, same strategy. You see the entire team of the Hotshots go take high ground. Joshua is purple, so he's gonna have to take a second, but they've got this room, so they just get to hide, right? Oh no, you had a good nade. Well, let's back up.
There is good shield focus right now from the side of Bark, but it's like there's so many shields in place. They got the Sigma and they got the Orisa. They just need one pick. And there's so much.
The Junkrat damage means that most of the Hotshots are so low, but again, there's that's just the potential of the high ground. No actual kills here, and there's an Ant Matrix spamming down because he's been healing for so much.
Yellow God died before not only hit the ground, but before the lamp could actually hit the ground as well.
That's depressing. And now look at this. Greed is in the corner by himself. He's walled off, and he's just having to hope that his shield can keep him alive, but it can't. Glacial will drop him to the floor. The point is completely under control of the Hotshots, as no one can touch. That's going to be the Hanamura Hotshots looking on their second map, looking for a swift 3-0.
Yeah, they took the first tick before they could even explode the tire. Unsurprising. Way back, Stanley here gets the 3K on the Brig. The nanoed Brig is something that every Overwatch player fears to face. It's just like, oh, you want a tank that can heal and stun.
Look at that! No, look at that! Like, huge nade. Way back, like, that was super simple. You just turned the corner, pressed mouse 1, and got 3 kills.
Yep. I mean, it works. Not much else to say, unfortunately, just simple.
Yeah, it was very simple. So let's see. All right, we're going to Hollywood. So
okay.
Once again, this isn't a recent map, right? Especially that first point.
They're playing right into Jishua's hand here.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the other problem, right? This is where you're really missing Lucio, because with Orisa, you're prone to just getting run over by Reinhardt, but you can't get run over. Lucio's gone.
Yeah, that's right. So the speed boost is just entirely gone. Aside from interesting, we do have Bakanje coming in for Northern, possibly
Yes.
and MK coming in for Astra. So MK is, I believe, the first player from Intermediate to be brought up to Advanced mid-season.
Huh.
Although Silverstar was the first Intermediate SR player to be brought up to Advanced. That was during the draft, though. And he's also on Hanamura, or at least he was on Hanamura. I don't know if he left. I haven't seen him lately. Might just be busy.
Hanamura liking their developed players.
I'll be interested to see what MK plays here, because he's known as like that incredible Lucio player, and obviously Lucio's disabled right now. So I wonder what else he has up his sleeve. Possibly some Mercy. But, I mean, I wonder if this is like a, hey guys, we're going to win it anyways, might as well throw in our subs, or if this is a, hey, this is part of our set-in-stone strategy that we have in mind for Hollywood.
Well, I mean, you look at the Hotshots, they're running pretty set compositions. You have to work around your hero picks, because, again, you do have a constant Orisa, and most of the time, your off-tank is going to be pretty consistent in what he's running. So I think the biggest thing here is that when you get these other players playing time, it's real game experience. It's not just scrims, and it's completely different from your just typical comp Overwatch. So I think it's really important to give these players some development time. And I like the idea because, again, it should, for one, if these are your bench plays, lead to a closer match. But if it doesn't, then you just swap your normal starters back in and then go back to stomping. But there is a risk.
Interesting here. Juice is actually getting subbed in for Agreed. That's something we haven't seen in a long time, since like the start of the season when Agreed was suspended for those 2 games. Agreed is known as a very mental player. If he's booming, he can just ride on that momentum, but if he's boomed, then he probably needs to get swapped out, and I think that might be what is happening right now. He was very confident going into this match, despite everything, all the trades and whatnot being down a DPS. But it looks like perhaps they're thinking that Juice and his more laid-back style will work, because he definitely is considerably more passive. He's not going to get caught out by Glacial quite as much.
Okay. So that's definitely interesting. Now, again, we have right now the Hotshots on defense first. So
pretty much
they're going
the same
to
comp
Cafe.
we've been seeing. Now, interesting. I guess they decided they liked the Sigma Orisa, bringing it back to the fall, because Bakanje did reach his peak back in the double shield meta on Sigma, so that is a sort of a comfort pick for him. Not too shocking to see him play that. I'd imagine to see some good plays here. MK on the Baptiste, so they are still running the same ideas for compositions. Probably just want to give their subs some playtime here, which, I mean, I don't know if it'll really matter if they'll lose because of it. I'll have to wait and see, though.
Let's see if the double tanks of the Bark are going to be enough. They've made some swaps and some changes, and now they've got to fight for their right to keep playing. And, ooh, okay, Pascal. All right.
Andrew got rested. He's almost immediately killed again. Oh, nice pick, though.
That's important, because, again, this can't be res. So even though, yeah, there was an earlier... It's 1-for-1 right now. Juice, he's in trouble. He's discorded, and he is destroyed by the devil herself, May. As... Oh, just the rest of the team. Joshua getting aggressive, but he's not being too aggressive. Nano boost onto YOLO God means that he's so much tankier than earlier. And Genie, how did he get it that fast? Like, that was insanely fast for a nano boost. But Bongo's even faster. Joshua dropping his own tiny mouth.
Oh, no, Genie!
Oh,
he got caught
no.
out. And YOLO got that. You hate to see it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oof.
Nothing Juice could do to save him there. Andrew and Wayback sort of on the flank right now. Never mind, they're dead now.
Oh. All right.
Flank to heaven. Interesting that Hangzhou decides to push in here. Not a hard engage, but definitely engaged nonetheless, and they don't have their Mercy, they don't have their Pharah, so that's half their heals, and a good chunk of damage is just gone right now. I mean, they are finally back, but that was a good amount of time where it was really risky for Juice and Chuggy to push in.
Yeah, so
kind of dawdling.
What's interesting here is there haven't been a lot of ultimates used. There's the Ant Mate. I think hopefully they should be a backup, but oh no, both things die. That's not a good sight.
Yep, they're Chuggy's just, or who is that? That's Genie? Yeah, Genie's just kind of stuck there in the back line, like, hey guys, they don't notice me. Don't breathe. Because he can't do anything right now.
He's stuck between an accretion and a hard place, so he's going to have to get out. But no, maybe he can just stay in this corner. So aggressive pushings now. Look at this.
Oh, no.
This is the one advantage. Oh, no. Gravitic Flux. Who gets caught? Oh, Andrew. Can he be rezzed? Because it needs to be rezzed, but he can't. Oh, he found a way, but Juice goes down in the meantime. Once again, the tanks are down and dead. It's just a cycle. You run into a wall, you go back to spawn, do it again. The difference is now is that you see effectively 5 ults from the Hangzhou bar.
Yeah, the only thing they really had to use there was Valk, and granted Wayback died almost immediately after using it, but I mean, that's the only thing they have used in that last fight, so they do have quite a bit coming online. They just need to like actually push in here. Opening dragons.
Can it find anyone? Oh my, MK got low, but the immortality field
saved
him.
Juice.
Blizzard. Oh, but Andrew tries to get one in return, and he gets MK way back. How did you think you were going to get away with that? I don't even know. But it's just desperation time now because you've blown ults. You used your Dragon Strike, you used a Deadeye. Genie used a boost. And now you've only got...
for nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
They have one
literally
fight
nothing.
left.
So they're going to go dive. Remember, Monkey is still banned. They've got 25 seconds left to do it. But they've got a Shatter, they've got Bongos. Way back going onto Brig. They're going to be running into a Bongos of their own. And MK can drop an Ant Matrix pretty much right now, and if he does, it's going to last for a hell of a long time because
and
it's just
they have so many ultimates that they can just toss in.
Juice! Oh, how did he get that? How is that not expected? He finds 3 and puts him on the deck, but it doesn't matter. Bakanje just destroys everyone, like literally, like how? Oh,
put a man on his comfort pick, and I guess that's what you get is just killing everyone. I'm not even surprised at this point. Like they have 4 minutes to cap one tick, not quite as much as they had with what was it, Volskaya, but I mean they didn't even need the full 4 minutes last time on Volskaya, so I'm expecting this to be a pretty quick round and Hangzhou to just fall to their own tilt, I guess.
I mean, I guess. But you got to make an effort, right?
Yeah, you definitely do. Although
you dream of map 6.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they don't dream of map 6. They wanted this to be done in 3 maps, but the other kind of done in 3 maps.
Well, I mean, at this point, you dream of 3 maps. You hope for map 4, right? Like,
they just want one more.
Right? Like I want to live to see tomorrow. Just one more round. But that's how you make comebacks, right? You make comebacks by just saying one more round.
Yeah, unfortunately, this team has not been known for their comebacks this season. If anything, they've been known for just kind of wallowing in their defeat and self-pity. But there's a first time for everything. Best time to start is right now. Hangzhou, please make this interesting.
Well, the Hotshots, they're getting ready. They're looking for blood. Any blood at all. We see Chug on Junkrat pick. We saw him use it earlier. To some effect, he did decent damage, but all it did earlier was feed MK, or excuse me, Baptiste ultimate charge. So now, got aggressive pushes.
Pascal on the flank.
Where's he at? Oh, he's looking from the high ground. Tiny Mao in weird angles. And Pascal now joining the rest of the team. And look at this. This is really good area control right now by the Hotshots. They're taking aggressive space. They know the angles that they can play. But again, walled off. Oh, really good wall by Glacier. Traps multiple members inside of the stairwell. And Juice, he has a huge Discord on him. Chug taken down. That could be the first start to disaster as the entire team of the Hotshots move in. On point is Juice, but he's taken down despite the nano boost. Transcendence just to keep the Hotshots alive. Way back, he's going to need to be more than a raid boss here. He's being farmed for XP, as the point will be capped 3 minutes on the clock, and that's gonna be a 3-0. The Hanamura Hotshots looking freaking fiery, spicily hot.
Yeah, that's oh, interesting. That almost has
What
to
do you
be the wall or the matrix.
No, that
Okay,
was
a
really good.
lifesaver.
Yeah, no, that honestly just saved them the round because just lamp.
Cut out.
Hashtag lamp moments.
Yeah. Unfortunately, almost expected given the circumstances with the trade. Let's see. We can try and see if well, they're all leaving. We could have seen if they want to do an interview. It doesn't seem like it.
I can ask Ham up maybe.
Yeah.
This is their first real win in a while, right?
No, this is their second win in a row, I believe. Didn't they win last time around?
I couldn't remember if they won early in the season or just recently.
Just recently. So I think this is their second win in a row. Not too surprising.
Right. Do we want to ask who do we want to ask? I gotta go Joshua or Tenimao. That's in my head who I go for. Potentially,
I don't want to say Joshua.
Glacial. Who you got?
If he's up for it, I almost feel like Joshua, because I believe he was on the countdown as well with Agreed, and they were kind of going back and forth as to like who was gonna boom who, and I think it was kind of obvious who did what.
All right, well, let's get the spicy memes in here. Let's get Joshua in. Let's talk to him.
Let me see if he's down.
Well, yeah.
Let's see, he's not in.
So, yeah, I mean that was a match.
Update on some other matches. Looks like Flushed beats Guangzhou 3-0. Not too shocking there. Flushed is a pretty heavy favorite.
I'm dragging him in.
All right. Let's get him unmuted.
Oh.
All right. Well, hello and congratulations, Joshua, for that pretty speedy victory.
Mm-hmm. It was, I don't know, like, that was a lot faster than I expected it to be.
Well, all things considered, did you plan on running Orisa as much as you did, or did it just like work so well the first map they were like, hey, let's just keep doing this?
Oh, it was absolutely planned. We found after experimenting for a bit that Rhine comps were actually pretty bad against double shield, so we just looked to play double shield, and we really abused when they had Rhine, because when they played Rhine, we just played distance and burnt him like in seconds, so they never could engage. So yeah, we did plan that.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of set strats and really good calling in your ultimates. I remember, like, specific of Volskaya, you had a Venn diagram of Blizzard in one area and Gravitic Flux in the other, and it's like, you can't go here, and also, you can't go here, and in the middle of both of those, you really can't go there. So, really good set strats. And how much of it came down to just straight up not having a Lucio this meta? Because it's so hard to really get up close.
Yeah, that definitely helps. And that's why I think Double Shield is just the best, because you play for spam, whether you play Kree Hanzo or you just play Mei and just look to freeze anyone that comes close. So I don't know, like it worked out playing Double Shield.
So you talk a lot about Mei Hanzo, but I gotta mention Tiny Mao on Farah. What was your plan there, right? Because that was ridiculous.
Oh, Tiny, yeah, I don't know what happened there. Tiny just is cracked. We planned to play him Farah. He's our hit scan, obviously, but I guess he's just a better Pharah than Glacial. So we just played him with the Pharah, and he just did really good. So, and because Glacial is fully capable of playing hit scan too, so our DPS line is pretty flexible.
All right. So you're coming off of your second win now of the season, and how does that feel? Because I mean, this is a rebuilding team. You're just now putting it together, and if you have teamwork like that after week 2, where do you think the limit is for you?
Right now I think we're feeling pretty good. It wasn't really like, I don't know, it was kind of an expected win today, and right now we're just kind of riding the wave. I think we'll be good for the next few matches. We're feeling pretty confident right now. So
okay, anyone that you're scared of in the upcoming schedule? You know, maybe a little worried about. Put some extra practice hours in.
Probably Flushed, because right now I honestly think they're the best team in the league, even over like Flock and Easy Clap. So we have a rematch with them, I think, in a couple weeks. So yeah, that's probably it. Easy Clap, I think, is beatable. too, and yeah, it's mostly flushed. I'm just looking out for.
All right. McCree, you got anything?
No, that's pretty much all the questions I got. I was going to ask about the Tiny Mufera, but you kind of answered. Like, the man had like 6 environmentals in one map.
I don't know what happened.
I died casting that. Like I my Adam's apple went back into my stomach. But no, any shout outs right now that you have? Give me 2 people that you want to shout out after this match.
I'm gonna go with Tiny Moo, definitely, because he did really good. And I actually can't choose. Like, I actually don't know.
You know, your manager. I mean, way back the raid boss, your dog, your mom.
My mom. I'll just go with Ham Up, just because Ham Up's chill. I like Ham Up.
Ham Up. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you very much for coming out tonight, and really good job on your thorough victory. And I look forward to seeing what y'all could do in the future. So you go celebrate with your team. You earned it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we can close it out now. Not too surprising for me personally. I was kind of expecting Hangzhou to take a map prior to the whole trade fiasco. I think Andrew did admirably on DPS, but there's only so much you can do when you're 4600 peak, I think, flex support, and then you're forced onto DPS.
I am a 4600 flex support, but I am a 2400 DPS. Oof. But not really.
GM
no.
Level.
Oh no, he absolutely was. But here's the thing, though: when it's a couple of 100 SR at that level, it's really hard to make an adjustment, right?
Yeah.
Like just the ins and outs of the hero, the in-game knowledge of them, the specific tech, how you need to be positioned. There's a lot going on. But
ironically, I think it would have almost worked better if they put Wayback onto DPS with Chuggy, because he used to be a Doomfist one trick. So like he has that projectile DPS pedigree, and put Andrew on the flex support and Genie onto the main support. I believe Genie's been playing main support a little bit more as of late. So like at least you can put your best player on their best role and possibly get some carry potential in there, because that's what he always does, whenever he does get to play flex support. So
all right,
unfortunately couldn't happen.
Hey, well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming out tonight, and I guess watching at home. YouTube's always good. So I think we'll close it out. So my name is Tree60 No Scope, and I got my partner here.
See it.
No. Yeah, that's your cue. That's the cue.
Acronator. You all know.
Yeah,
me.
there you go. All right,
I'm
hopefully.
everywhere.
All right. Well, I'm not, so I got to at least get my name out there. Make some waves. Anyway, thank you very much, and y'all have a